Hello and welcome all the viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Meet the News. Here on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 3. The President of Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, has honored the summons by the police over allegations of treason and terrorism financing. Ahead of today's visit to the police headquarters in Abuja, the NLC Central Working Committee issued a circular mobilization questions on his alleged involvement in terrorism financing, cybercrime, subversion, criminal conspiracy, and treasonable felony. And now the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Education, has set up a subcommittee Many thanks for staying with us and Meet the News. Now, the federal government has appealed to the members of National Association of Resident Doctors to call off their 7-day warning strike. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Tunji Alausa, made the call in Kaduna during a visit to National Eye Center. According to Alausa, the negotiations are ongoing to ensure the safety of their kidnapped colleague, Dr. Ginayat Popular. Away from that, the Polish Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced that a group of Polish students and a lecturer detained in Nigeria have been released. Our University of Warsaw students were arrested earlier in the month of Kano after being accused of raising Russian flags during the anti-government protest. The protest, which began on August 1st, drew tens of thousands of Nigeria's major youth into the street, fueled by the widespread discontent over the President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms. And now the Niger State Police Command has assured residents of the state of their safety despite the recent uncovering and destruction of explosive devices. The command spokesman, Wasiu Abiodun, gave the assurance in a statement in which he said there was no critical threat of any kind targeted at any public area or infrastructure in Niger State. Abiodun was reacting to the uncovering of bombs and improvised explosive devices by the police and other security agencies in some local government areas in the state, which were later destroyed. A 36-year-old Nigerian, Ojo Olakayode, is facing a 5-year jail term in Texas, United States, after being found guilty of making false statements to obtain a certificate from the Federal Aviation Administration. United States Attorney Robert Truster announced Ojo's conviction through a statement on the official website, revealing that Ojo had been attempting to obtain a medical certificate necessary for piloting a commercial passenger aircraft, which led to his conviction on August 16, 2024. On the security matters, the Sanford State Police Command has condemned the killing of one of its officers, Alirio Liman, who was shot and to safeguard public health. The Delta State government called on members of the public to exercise caution and patronize only registered and licensed medicine shops. The Delta State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Joseph Onajemi, made the call during an ongoing field monitoring exercise of the State Task Force on Counterfeit and Fake Drugs and the All Wholesome Processed Food in Sapele, represented by the Chairman of Delta State Task Force on counterfeit and fake drugs and awesome processed food, S.A. Egwebelu, the commissioner, stated that from its numerous inspections conducted far 2024 alone, over 50 illegal medicine shops had been closed down. And as still on health, the World Health Organization has given the green light to Gavi and UNICEF to proceed with the procurement of vaccine for the prevention of outbreaks, especially the monkeypox, pending the decisions of World Health Organization Director General Dr. Tedros. He said in a statement that the World Health Organization board stated that for years, the organization has been calling for more research and for development of diagnostic therapeutics and vaccines for mpox. Now, a new outbreak of the diarrhea has claimed the lives of more than 40 people, mostly children, in Kano State. Several dozens have been hospitalized due to the disease. An anonymous hospital official who requested to remain unharmed due to media restrictions reported a high daily death toll from the outbreak. The official explained that the hospital is overwhelmed because many local government hospitals lack the necessary facilities to manage such cases. Now, Ondo State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has warned the motorists plying the state against violating traffic rules, which could lead to road accidents resulting in loss of lives. The Ondo State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, BTF Samuel, gave the advice while confirming a road accident which occurred on the Ondo-Ore Expressway at the Jewel Community in the Odibo local government area of Ondo State on Tuesday night. No fewer than 16 people were burned to death, while 3 sustained injuries in the fatal road accident that occurred. Now you're watching Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When the Midday News returns, Kano government orders closure of accounts of ministries, agencies. Details of these and many more stories brings after this break. Stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on Midday News. Now to business. The Minister of Federal Capital Authority, Nyesom Wike, has started that Abuja Industrial Park, currently under development by the Zebich Group, will generate 40,000 jobs and boost Nigeria's economy once it becomes fully operational. Wike made these remarks during his visit to the site situated in Ido Industrial Zone in Abuja. Our minister, visibly impressed by the progress at the park, assured that he will personally brief President Bola Tinubu on his observations. The federal government has donated rice and fertilizer to vulnerable and less privileged individuals in Gombe State. The items were distributed by the Minister of Transportation, Senator Sadiu Ahmed Al-Khali, on behalf of President Bola Tinubu in Gombe. Senator Al-Khali, represented by his Chief of Staff Umar Ahmed, confirmed that the donation included 2 trucks of fertilizer and 2 trucks of rice, totaling 4,800 bags. And on the foreign scene, a senior Chinese military official warned the United States to stop collusion with Taiwan White House aide Jack, who stressed about the importance of stability in the intense strait in a rare one-on-one meeting between the two sides. Soviets arrived in Beijing, and the first U.S. National Security Advisor to visit China since 2016 for 3 days of talks with Foreign Minister Wang and other high-ranking officials. The visit came as China became embroiled in the security rows with United States allies Japan and the Philippines. The North Zimbabwe community and their livestock are gathered on the bone-dry riverbed. They normally flows throughout the year, but right now it is just busy sand as far as the eye can see. Armed with shovels and buckets, the men are digging into the river floor, desperately trying to extract the last drops of water from it. The rivers and dams have dried up in parts of the district, and as a result, more and more people are descending on this specific riverbed in Kurima village, putting pressure on the water source. And also on the foreign news, Israel's military says it killed 5 terrorists who had hidden in the mosque in the second day of the operation in the West Bank. It came after the United Nations Secretary General Antonio called on Israel to stop the operation, calling it deeply concerning. Israel has begun a counter-terrorism operation in 4 areas of occupied West Bank, with at least 9 people killed. Hamas said 6 fighters died in Jenin, one of 4 Palestinian cities targeted by the Israeli military. And as to sports, Chelsea have finally submitted a formal offer to Victor Osimhen after several months of Napoli striker being linked with the Premier League. According to the transfer expert De Marzino, the Blues have presented an official bid to the player's agent Roberto Calena, while formal talks with Napoli are expected to have begun on Wednesday. Osimhen has already informed Napoli of his desire to leave, and it remains to be seen if all the parties can reach an agreement before the August 31st transfer deadline. His icon Atanda Boza has reaffirmed his commitment to revitalize sports in Nigeria following the success of his maiden National Cadet Invitational Championship. Former champion of the two-day tournament in Lagos expressed satisfaction with the quality of play by the participants, promising to make the tournament an annual event on the Nigeria Table Tennis Federation calendar. Farouk of Kwara State demonstrated while he remains the top cadet boy